attention at this time? Thank you. If we can all grab our seats as we are about to invite the bridal party to come in. If we can all grab our seats and be quiet for a minute, please. Okay, as African we know that wedding would not be complete without a wardrobe change. And as our bridal party change and ready to enter, please let us be quiet and pay attention to what is coming ahead of us here. Thank you. DJ.
I know people get you. Tunajua siku kuni leo, baby. Tunajua siku yetu leo, baby. Tunajua nakuoa leo, baby. Kile keki tulikata leo, baby, baby, baby. But when you sleep right, your mind, oxygen, say yes I do, baby yes I do, say yes I do, baby yes I do, say yes I do, baby yes I do, yes I do, baby yes I do. Nakubali mwito wako, tena sitolafeti. Nakubali mwito wako, fall in love with you.
My name is Dynamic and I want to perform a special song that myself and Nyariak wrote for Nyariak. Are you guys ready? Come.
Just for you, only you, Itabana.
Clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands.
Dunia de Marian Benasi Ketisaki, Muia song, lesson, Billy go a hit, Anataili go mara Jemila, Woshikito, se malaika, Minalela anageru, Anabigara jiltaki, Itamara tai, Suka fishatai, Muhabade hilu, Mafitani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana fitu, Nyadetani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana maliko, Mafitani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana fitu, Nyadetani ana maliko, zemara no. Ana maderu, so tatani, Ana maderu, so tatani. Minawe yo mana, I know when ataki, Kelbatai, badatu kuduku saki, Udile na fursa, Anaderu identaki, Shilu kelbatai, Asha muhabataki, Fogo, Nanyanyardo, like the river Nile, my love for you will flow. Muhabade hilu, Mafitani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana fitu, Nyadetani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana maliko, Mafitani fitu, Mafi zemara Mafi, Mutani fitu, zemara ana maliko, Ana maderu, so tatani, Ana maderu, so tatani. Wominalela, we will stand together. Hagitaki, Anina Wahid, Waman Bigeni Quest. Yes, Muhammad Tenda, they will overcome any obstacle. Building a home, building a plan, hand to hand. Rabunagi fantastic, Akenenagi quest. From the bottom place in my heart, my love will never leave you apart. And you are my blessings. Mafitani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana. Oh, Tani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana maligo. Mafitani fitu, Mafitani zemara ana. Oh, Tani fitu, Mafitani zemara no. Oh, Mafitani. No one like you. No one like you. No one like you. No one like you. I love you. Everybody clap your hands, clap your hands. As a matter of fact, everybody get up on your feet. Stand up, let's celebrate life. Ooh yeah, yeah. Junubin wenu. Alelate, anaderu del bataki. Alelate, anamaderu bambatani. Almataki, anamakutu memba fogo. Almataki, anamakutu memba fogo. Asanitaki, anamakutu sopu saba. Shrinking jamile maki, mapitani kutu. Aula tutu, asanumoneru itaya. Aula tutu, asanumoneru itaya. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Let's put hands together once again.
Later, I was like, this guy's exactly who he thinks he is, because I felt like I could teach the class after we were done. In hindsight, I feel like through those 2 great moments, I was able to tell him that he'd be a great surgeon even then, because he was very, very meticulous. If I gave him a question before he would even review it and tell me what was wrong with it, he would fold the paper, hot dog style, diagonally. And he'd look at me, and he wouldn't even look at it for that long, and he'd say, Martin, this is sloppy. Go back and do it again. Now I'd be thinking, you can't even look at it a little bit. But I'm not able to see that that voice, that reason where he'd be correcting me, telling me to do better, is what helped me not only in that class, but in my life. University was tough. I was the first person in my family who was school. There'd be times where I felt like I didn't have support. I didn't know if there was role models, people I could look up to. And Juyani eventually moved to Calgary, and I'm like, I don't see this guy as often. But when I feel discouraged, I hear a voice in my head being like, Martin, you can do this. Martin, you're great. And at first I thought it was myself, but in hindsight I'm able to see it's his voice that came into my head. And now when I go to do something that I don't think I can do, I have a voice in my head telling me, Martin, you can do it. Martin, you're great. And I really do appreciate that. With that being said, Juyani has not only been a mentor to me, he's been a friend. He's like the big brother I never had. And I feel like he's family, genuinely. I'm even more grateful to now say I have a brother and a sister who enjoy. And you're going to.
I don't hear your hand is not hard enough. It made him drop tears of joy, of nostalgia. Those are not tears of sadness. You are free to drop them at that. Thank you, Martin. My next speaker, Maja Madol. Ngani first met Maja when he reached out to interview him for Nyariak in Canada, on Nyariak Canada page, an initiative founded to connect, mentor, and support Sudanese youth. From Romaji came across East Africa through the World University Services of Canada program. What started as an interview quickly grew into a meaningful friendship and a shared passion for mentorship and community building. Through his leadership, compassion, and dedication, Nyomlaau Media has impacted the life of countless young people, the countless of life of young people, and continue inspiring everyone around him. He is someone Ngani deeply admires, not only for the work he does, but for the kind of person he is. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Nyomlaau Media.
I am flattered. Thank you so much. Here's what I wanted to say. If you ever wondered what a heart attack feels like, this is the right place to experience it. We have 15 doctors and medical students in the room. Okay? How do I know this? Through my Canada platform that the MC has mentioned, I've gotten to know Juyani and Juyani closely. Back in 2020 during COVID lockdown, we started a platform where we wanted to help our community. And this help comes in the form of mentoring young students who are in high school or university students that are looking to join the workforce by matching them with professionals that are already excelling in their areas. through this platform, I've sat down with Juyani and Winjoy and interviewed them to really understand their stories. To become a neurosurgeon in Canada, you really need to be a good student. Not just a good student, but a full student. So we were curious, how did you do it in Juyani? And Winjoy, how were you able to get into medical school? As most of you know in our community here, we have a lot of challenges, especially with young students that are growing within the city. So from my interviews, two things stood out. The winning strategy comes from the family. And as we are gathered here today, we are celebrating them, but we're also celebrating their families. The work that they have done really is immense. And what stands out is this. For a young person to succeed like they have done, a family needs to stand by them. In our community, we think putting food on the table is enough. It's not. A young person needs to succeed through support, emotional, mental, and material support. So Juyani and Winjoy have been able to be here, and as we celebrate them as a community, it's due to the work of their respective families and their own dedication. I reached out to Juyani through social media, and as we talked and learned about each other's passion and the need to give back to our community, we've developed some very good friendship, and I'm really grateful to be part of their story today. So from what I've learned from their respective families and their stories, there's a point that I wanted to put out there to our respective communities. If you need help as an immigrant parent and you can't be able to support your teenage daughter, your teenage son, reach out to us, we can help. We have a network of more than 100 professional graduates and medical students and all other different fields here in Calgary and other parts of Canada. We can help. What we realize is this: you do not know what you do not know. So if you are curious, ask for help and we'll be able to step in. Thanks a lot. I'm grateful to be part of the experience.
Thank you, Mayor Madul. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing this first name. And if you tell me correctly, I will say the way it's supposed to be said. All people, this is a different generation and a different MC. This is not a South Sudanese way. I think you have realized it by now. I'm also realizing it. My next speaker is also a friend, a very healthy friend. St. John, we have to say. I'm a Spanish speaker as well in Ghana. And if I say your friend name wrong, it's because it looks like a Spanish word. And in Spanish you will say uno, dos, tres, cuatro. But your name is Uno, which is Juno. Juno Evangelist, one of the Ghana's longest and closest friends. Uno Evangelist. Their friendship began back in middle school and has remained strong. I'm hearing a lot of noise, ladies, in the back there. Can we have respect? Just for a second, guys. When someone is speaking, people are talking, we are annoying. I'm sorry to speak like that. And also, on the other side there, can you guys just listen? We are here to listen to those who want to speak, guys. Sorry to be so hard on you. My apologies, but let me be quiet. Uno eventually moved to Calgary, got married, and is now a proud father to his 2-year-old son, Lane. While around the same time, Ngani happened to be pursuing medical school here in Calgary as well. Through every season of life, Uno has been the kind of friend everyone hoped to have. Me too. Dependable, genuine, and always present. And that goes with. Whether your car breaks down, life gets overwhelmed, or you simply need someone to listen, Uno is over there without hesitation. Please join me in warmly welcoming Uno Evangelist.
Hi everyone, my name is Uno. For those I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, like I said, my name is Uno. I consider best friend, and even though we don't look like it, I consider him my brother. He is the brother that I asked my parents for when I was a kid. He was my first friend here in Canada, and in typical junior high fashion, he came up to me, said, "You're new, want to be friends?" Since junior high, we were inseparable. I'm pretty sure my mom even thought that he was my brother because she would always pack an extra lunch for him. I hope you're my brother in every lifetime. Juyani is one of a handful of friends that I introduce to others because he is a great representation of me, of the best parts of me, and who I'm proud to be. He's someone that I reach out to in my lowest lows, but my highest highs. He is my North Star, someone I competed with, but I strive to be. He's charismatic, the hardest worker I know, and a great friend. When I think about my childhood, I can say that a big part of why it was so great is because you were a big part of it. I can't tell you all the details of our adventures. I will say that having you in my life and by my side has made its ups and downs worth it. I'm excited to watch your adventure as a married couple start. I hope that they are filled with lots of excitement, laughter, and love. Today is a celebration of your love and is witnessed by the people closest to you. How lucky are we to witness this and help nurture this as your relationship grows. In closing, I will say some words of advice that he told me on my wedding day that really resonated with me, and I can confirm this is 100% guaranteed and true. Marriage is a simple algorithm. 1, your wife is always right. 2, if your wife is wrong, refer to step 1. With Joy and Juyani, I hope you both live happily ever after.
Thank you. Now again, I'm going back to my colleague of my age that are sitting here are South Sudanese that learn from them. They write their speeches. They don't talk about South Sudan. They talk about themselves. This is one of the obvious occasions. You know, I was looking to be in that conference when you guys were doing youth conference. I was begging and dreaming just to come there. To you young people that are here, I've written a book. I know you guys don't listen to oral stories. I will never listen to them, and you should not be blamed for that. Go to Amazon. If you have a pen, you can write it down. It's called When the River Reverses Course. The untold stories of us. It's about my life as a child told you. You will love it. You will read it. My next series of speakers, I will call them all together. They will come and stand here and give their share of 2 minutes each. As I call your name, you can stand up and join me in the podium. Upon and the list. Elizabeth and Linda Mukunda. 3 of you are called here to come.
July 5th and then July 8th. I've always seen her as my personal twin. I always dreamed to have a twin, and then thankfully Auntie Lucy and Uncle Joel had her. for me. So then I was like, okay, thank God. We ended up living the rest of our childhood and a little bit of our adolescent years, basically inseparable. A lot of my favorite memories were always like us hanging out together and just doing these crazy stuff things. Honestly, I'm just so happy to see you getting married today. When I see you getting out that limo, like I almost cried and I never tear up. But I'm so happy for you, Nyariak. I am happy for you entering our family. I can't wait to see what your future is going to look like together and with your child. But thank you so much for being who you guys are. And I don't want it to change anyhow. You guys are perfect. And one perfect person met another perfect person. And you created a perfect person. So I can't wait to see how your child turns out. But I'm going to pass it to my little cousins that probably prepped way better than myself. But yeah, I love you too. Thank you so much. So my name is Akon, and Nyariak is my cousin. I love her so much, and welcome to the family. I just wanted to say real quick. I told Akon, like I said, and Nyariak and and I just have something to say. I'm wishing you both a lifetime filled with love, laughter, and endless happiness. May your journey together be as beautiful and inspiring as the love we share today. Here's to building wonderful memories, supporting each other, and through every challenge, celebrating joy side by side. Like your wedding flyer stated, therefore what God has joined together, let no one separate. Congratulations to you guys, and welcome to the family reunion.
Congratulations to my beautiful cousin, Joy, and thank you so much for having this honor to speak up here for you. I just want to say I'm so happy to be here to celebrate the love between Joy and Juyani. Watching you two together shows us what true love is, mutual kindness, laughter, and support. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness, adventure, and growing together. Cheers to your beautiful journey ahead.
All right, everyone, turn to your neighbor and say, shh. Let's work together. I am really such a soft speaker, so I can't speak over you. Everybody, turn to your neighbor and say, lock in. All right, and then let's do shush one more time. Turn to your auntie. Shh. Perfect. Hi everyone, my name is Linda, and I've had the privilege of knowing Winjoy since September 2018. Now, listen, this is a very significant year, because picture this. Two 18-year-old girls were in the hallway. It's our first day of university, and we awkwardly make eye contact. And if anybody knows Winjoy, she approached me first, and immediately, laugh at my joke, immediately we had a connection. Winjoy came up to me, and that friendship, it carried us through what many people call the worst year of university, or first year of university. Now, if you've ever been in a science program, you already know the struggle. Oh, let's turn to our neighbors again. Turn to your neighbor, say, shh. And then if you see an auntie, tell her again, shh. Perfect, okay. Now, if you've ever been in a science program, you already know the struggle. It's labs, it's exams, it's assignments, it's TAs with really big ego problems, and then your mom is calling you to come home and then do the grocery for her. It's extracurriculars, and somehow you're supposed to become an adult? Okay, but through all of this, Winjoy was that friend. She was that friend who would tell you, yeah, I studied, definitely, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail this exam, and then you would get the mark back. And what was it? It was like 99.95%. I was like, girl, you said we're failing together. Now, you would think this came very easily to Winjoy, but one thing I learned very quickly is that none of it came by accident. Ooh, everybody on this side, point on this side and tell them, shh. It's that back corner, turn to you, Auntie again. Tell them. Perfect. Now, one thing I learned very quickly is that none of it came by accident. Winjoy is hardworking, focused, disciplined, has the craziest ability to somehow manage 10 things at once and still manage for all of them to turn out really well. You will now notice I just listed core attributes of the eldest daughter. If you are an eldest daughter in this room, raise your hand. Eldest daughters, yes! We celebrate you and we acknowledge your work. Now everyone say, shh. But like many eldest daughters, Winjoy was very clear. She was not in a rush to get married, and if that meant not focusing on her education and her goals. So, imagine one day I hear that this man, let me be very clear, this tall South Sudanese man had invited us and some of our friends to an SSYC meeting, and it was focused on supporting South Sudanese youth in Calgary. At this meeting, that man, Nyariak and Winjoy, could not stop staring at each other. Oh my gosh. It was not long until I was hearing about how they were debating about wars in Southeast Asia, or like videos about yodeling, or how Nyariak would ask Winjoy about her opinions about culture and health. Very romantic things, right? No. Personally, I would have been exhausted, but Winjoy, she came alive. Because what Nyariak noticed first and did was connect with the part of her that thinks deeply, questions deeply, and cares deeply about people and the world around her. And to be completely honest, as one of Winjoy's friends, I was slightly hesitant. I worried whether marriage would make her shrink herself or place her dreams behind someone else's. Clearly, I didn't know Nyariak that well yet, because I witnessed something that instead was so beautiful. Nyariak is a sincere man. I was never, and I have never met someone so intentional about encouraging Winjoy, celebrating Winjoy, laughing with Winjoy, and supporting every gift that God has placed in Winjoy. And I'm serious, this man supports everything. I'm talking academics, career goals, motherhood, even opportunities she never imagined herself. Do any of you guys remember Winjoy was a model in Europe? Yes, we all said thank you to Nyariak for that side quest. Thank you so much for encouraging Winjoy to try. Witnessing this as a friend of Winjoy's, me and many others began to relax because Nyariak loves Winjoy so well. And this is my closing, so we all said, shh. Anyone who knows Winjoy understands this. Her love is steady, her care goes beyond convenience, beyond distance, beyond time. Winjoy, you are a woman to behold, a friend who should never be taken for granted, and now you're a wife who gets to be held gently. It has been such an honor to witness this journey, and so we all raised our glasses. Everybody raise your glass, raise your glass, and we toast to more favor and covering in the name of Jesus Christ.
My name is Keri. I just wanted to say a quick speech. Don't worry, it will actually be quick. No South Sudanese time here. Me and Winjoy, we've been friends going on 11 years now. Kind of crazy. I'm getting old. We first met when we were 15 years old, and when I tell you, we did everything together. We literally went to the dentist. If we weren't trying to make sure we had all the same classes, we were coming up with some new business idea. We had some good names. I think one of them was called Naya Joy. My name, her name. And we even had a book club at one point. We read one book. I don't think he even read the book actually. But we got to grow up together. Our first after-school job together. We researched how to get into university together. We found out how to apply. We learned what classes we need. Like Martin said, we didn't have very many role models in the South Sudanese community who went to university before us. And we became that support together. And for that, I will always be grateful. I'm so grateful to be able to see you become the woman you are, the mother you are, and I wish you blessings and a happy marriage.
So, boy, I thought you guys have already stolen the word, but the ladies, ah, my God, you guys have it. That's a good advice. And you guys like it from this kind of set of friends. Your friend is always your brother or your sister. Your sister is not always your friend. I'm telling you because I come from the world of friendship. I think Unu said something here earlier about the brother that was meant to be you. I said this the same word, that when a child is born from one mother, as a South Sudanese that we know back home, children die at the age of 5 or 4. They are taken from you and they give it to another mother. And I told my mom when I went to Cuba and met all those Cuban, my brothers now, I told her, the children that you have buried, they've been given to other women and they become my brothers. It's powerful. I have to confess that I also come from a medical background. I should be called a doctor, but did not profess that in Canada due to whatever we know. It's a good career. Most of you are going to party. I promise this is my last speaker. Tonight, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Juyani Herbert, or Jacqueline. Sorry to mispronounce your name. Jacqueline Herbert. It's someone who has played an extraordinary role in Ingani life and journey. Dr. Jacqueline Herbert is the director of the BLINC, B-L-I-N-C lab at the University of Alberta, and a clinician scientist at the Glen Rose Rehabilitation Hospital, internationally recognized for work at advancing prosthetics, sensor feedback system. I don't even know what is that. And innovative rehabilitation technology. There you go. She was Ingani Master Supervisor and has remained constant mentor through medical school and now residency. Always available for guidance, research, discussions, and support through the challenges of training and life. Her mentorship has gone far beyond academic, and it means so much that she and her family have traveled to celebrate all 3 days of wedding. What Canadian does that? What Canadian does that? Only you. Thank you for doing it. With her husband, Mike, even she brought husband in. That's the neck, taking the head, wherever the head want to go. Taking part in dowry discussion. Wow, did you contribute a cow? No. Please join me warmly welcoming Dr. Jacqueline.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Nyani. I'm going to try and use my outdoor voice so everyone can hear. Thank you for asking me to speak tonight. It's really been an honor to be part of the celebrations this whole month with you, your family, your friends, your community. It's an absolute honor to be here. And it has been a pleasure and a privilege to be part of your journey over the last decade. It's been amazing. So I first met Juyani in his last year of his undergrad degree at the U of A, and he was doing a term project in my research lab. And my first impression actually was that he was very quiet, reserved, very studious, almost shy. I quickly learned that actually that's not him. He has this unique inquisitiveness, intelligence, and unrelenting curiosity. But mixed with that, this humility and this kindness. And like, we gave him a project that should have lasted an entire semester, and he basically finished it in a week. And I knew right away I'd have to step my game up if I was going to teach him anything. And so he really challenged me to be the best teacher or mentor that I could be. But I could see there was something special about him, and I had no hesitation in taking him in for graduate studies. And then I found out, in addition to being incredibly bright and motivated, he was actually a storyteller. So we had many loud lunch times where they were filled with Juyani's stories about what he'd gotten up to. And attendance at lunches actually got much better because we'd all show up to see what kind of craziness he'd tell us that time. And you know, his self-deprecating humor, and he always just willingly shared all of his awkward moments with us. But over the years, I had the privilege of watching Juyani grow, mature, broaden his horizons, and set goals for himself that he always achieved and exceeded. And his accolades are just too many to even name. Not only academic, I have to say that so much of his work was in service and involvement in his community, and in true efforts to generously give his time to help those in his community and those in need. And to this day, I don't understand where he found all the hours to do all the things that he did, whether it was staying up all night coding or spending all weekend on a self-directed project. But yet he still showed up every morning, bright, cheery, and with full energy for the day, without sugar or caffeine. I don't understand that. So getting into medicine for him was a natural next step. And really, he earned it, all of his hard work. Yet, even after earning that entrance, he chose to defer for a year so that he could finish his master's, that dedication and commitment to finish everything that he started. And then he also chose to take the time to go back home and connect with his roots, his community, to understand and revisit where he had come from. And I admired you so much for that, Juyani. That trip made you so centered and focused on your goals in life, and I think it really made you more sure of who you are. I was very impressed with your choices. And of course, I was so pleased to see him enter neurosurgery, extremely competitive residency spot that he managed to secure. And it really is his calling. He's going to make revolutionary changes in this field, and I know this because I get many massive text missives from him any time of day or night with all of his new ideas and innovations, and those ideas are turning into papers and projects, and he's going to end up writing a textbook with those on the future of neurosurgery. And now, I don't know if you've told people this, he's been awarded not one, but 2 of the most prestigious fellowship scholarships in Canada to complete his PhD. This just earmarks him as one of the brightest young minds in the nation, and he is ready to change the world, and I have no doubt he will. But I have to say, the one uncertainty he consistently expressed in those early years was, how am I going to meet someone? How am I going to find a partner to share my life with? This was a big part of your thought process. And thank goodness you met this lovely, intelligent, accomplished, amazing woman who just set him on this life course of happiness and joy. And I just can't imagine anyone better to have brought Juyani to that next step in his life. And that's not to say it's been easy. I mean, being apart is hard. But with kindness, love, and commitment, you've come through strong, and look at where you are now. So now as you enter the next chapter of your lives, remember that you have the character to make the best life together. And you have all those qualities: commitment, dedication, empathy, energy, humility, and kindness. And those are going to take you through all of those tough decisions in life as long as you turn to each other to make those choices. And in Juyani, I have no doubt that you will continue to hold your values clear. Yes, you are going to put so much energy and focus into your career, and you are going to accomplish so much. But with Winjoy and Iman, your family is going to give you this balanced, rewarding life that you just can't imagine the joys yet to come. And so I wish both of you all of the happiness and joy that you can possibly imagine in the years ahead of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's give her once. Okay. I want to apologize for my co-MC. Said that was the last speech. But we have one more, a mentor for our bride, Joy Nyariak. She also has a mentor. Marion Christensen has been an incredible mentor for Nyariak, providing her with advice and support throughout her journey in undergrad studies and into medical school. Please, let's give our hands together for her. Thank you.
Yes, not last but not least, because I get to talk about Winjoy. And I was only given 2 minutes. So that 2.5 minutes, okay. That's difficult when talking about Winjoy, but nevertheless, it's a real honor to be here and to speak. My name is Marion Christensen. I met Winjoy a number of years ago when she volunteered with FHL, an organization my friend Kristen Taldorf and I started. But Winjoy wasn't just a volunteer. I formed a bond with her. I bonded with her because I was drawn to her genuineness and her kindness, her beautiful nature. And that bond strengthened because of our similar values and interests, and because of my deep admiration for her brilliance. She's one of the smartest people I know, and I'm sure for many of you as well. And because of her strong love for her family, which I have seen as unwavering over the years, and her amazing ability to juggle all her responsibilities, from med school to motherhood to wedding planning. Winjoy navigates life with such grace. I have had the privilege of seeing Winjoy pass through many milestones, and it's such a joy to witness this wonderful milestone today. I am so excited as Winjoy and Nyani move forward in their lives together. What a power couple. Yeah? I can only imagine the great things they'll accomplish together. Winjoy, I don't think I can offer you any words of wisdom, as your wisdom goes beyond your years. I'll just share a quote by Maya Angelou. The desire to reach the stars is ambitious. The desire to reach hearts is wise and most possible. Winjoy, you are reaching stars. but you have also reached my heart, all of our hearts, and most definitely Nyani's heart. Thank you for allowing me to share these words. Congratulations, and I love you.
I didn't have my glasses on. Thank you, Emmanuel. I didn't see the name at the bottom of that thing. We have come probably to the end of the speeches, and it has been an honor of my life to be in this emceeing process of a wedding of happiness. For those of you in the room who may know me in Alberta, most of you have seen me speaking most of the time during the funerals. And we had a lot of them here in Calgary. And we have a lot of young people that age. And today, I am really joyful and happy and blessed to be doing this in Athens. Thank you, Nyariak, and thank you, Doctor, for this pleasant gift to me. I'm going to be exiting, getting late on an old man. But before I go, I want to thank you, all of you, for being so patient. And I want to apologize for choosing you in my own way later. You have come from a long way. Some of you come from the United States. Some of you come across Canada, everywhere. And you made it just because of this event. I thank you for that. I will be missed if I do not thank you to my co-MC. Give it up for him. He's one of those young men, stars that are rising. They will replace me in MC. And he has done a very great job. I think this is not his first time, and won't be his last time. Give it up for our DJ. Give it up for my niece-in-law, came all the way from Texas, Gali. She is responsible for why we finished on time today. You did so well. And I didn't know how you stand up all night. Good job. I will also be remiss if I do not thank the cameramen who were here when she remained with us. Because of them, this wedding is not only in this hall, it is actually around the world, live, everywhere else. And so if we have been gossiping around, someone here across the world. Because of them, thank you so much. I am very, very, very happy for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're not finished yet. Now, the moment you guys have been waiting for. The reason why we are here today. We can't just leave without giving our newlywed a chance to thank each and everyone in this place. So without further ado, please, let's put our hands together as we welcome the newlywed Mr. and Mrs. Juyani and Nyariak to come give us a thank you for all of you and to say what they have in their heart, and hopefully they have a wonderful.
Thank you all for coming. There's really not much more to say other than that. If I start to list all the people that I should thank, that we should thank, that have made this event possible, I would do a bad job. I would miss someone, and I don't want to do that. So I want to say simply thank you to the friends, to the family, to the mentors, to the support individuals, everyone that took the time out of their busy lives, busy schedules, to come and join with us, not only today, but the last few weekends, and definitely even prior to that in preparation for this day. So it means truly a lot to the two of us, to our families, to our friends. And because of that, we were able to have this occasion. And not only today, for those of you that were in the traditional and the henna party, all of those events were a success beyond our imaginings. So again, that would not have been possible with all of you. So thank you. With that being said, I do want to make some special mentions, and my lovely wife here will add, because as men we're deeply flawed and I'm bound to miss something. So I can start with the family that has come from far and near to spend this time with us. So I know from my side, we've had people come from the US. My father came from northern Uganda to spend this time with us, and other people have come from far and near to spend time with us. I know from the side of the in-laws as well, and my new family, as we've seen, the general had come from Juba, South Sudan, just today, and I know that there are others that have come again from far and near to spend this time with us, and we're deeply appreciative of that. From the side of our friends, bridesmaids and groomsmen, thanks for bearing with us. It's been quite a month, but definitely could not have been possible without all of you. And I know that all of you are very busy.
Where are you? Are you guys awake? Okay, let's all the money people right now. What you want to
Want to see a groom bride? Let's go, groom bride.
I
goes for bride and groom. Bride and groom, let's go. Bride and